Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hello, beautiful people, all my beautiful people out there. As you can see, I have a special guest with me today. Yay! We're gonna give people some time to come on into our live, and they will start showing up. They know that it starts at 1 o'clock. I'm excited to have you here. You can't put your foot on that. Mikala. I'm excited to have you here. Yes.
I'm excited to have you here too.
Oh, am I your guest? Okay. I guess it works like that too. Hello, people. Come on in the room. Say hi when you join us.
Hello.
Yes. Mikala, do you have anything you would like to say while we're waiting for people to jump on with us? What do you want to say?
I'm very excited to be on here, and I don't know what else.
See, you've got somebody watching. Wave at us. Say hi when you say hi to Mikala. She wants to see all the people that are coming on.
Oh, look, there's 2 people watching. Yay!
Yeah. There will be more. You'll see the numbers start to go up. You won't be able to count them, Mikala. Well, you could count them, but I'm just saying. Yes. People are going to start coming in the room. Wave when you get in. Wave at us when you come in, or say hi. Yes.
Hi. I'm the special guest if you just got on here.
Yes, Mikala is our special guest today. Yes. Okay. We are also going to be watching here. Oh. Yay. People are coming into the room. Say hi when you come in.
Hi.
Hi, Auntie Gloria. Oh, she's waving. If we tap right here, we can wave back.
Hi.
Yay, I'm so happy you're on.
Mom, is she my auntie?
She is your auntie.
Hi, Auntie.
If she's my auntie, she's your auntie. That's how that works. Okay? Hello. I always give people a little bit of time to kind of get in here, start joining us.
She's
Yes.
on Facebook right now, looking at swagger videos and stuff or something.
Yeah. I always try to keep a watch back and forth so I can see. Hello, beautiful people. Are we just waking up this morning? Are we just waking up? What's going on? Hi. Come on in.
And please wave.
Wave at us when you get in here. Hi, that's your Auntie Niecy and Uncle
Niecy.
Gerald. They're watching.
I'm gonna tap.
Oh.
Tap.
Okay. Mikala wanted to wave at her auntie and uncle. She's waving at you all. Oh, Granny's here and she's sending hearts and love. Can you sit up, please, so people can see you? There you go.
Hi, Granny.
Oh, there's my Aunt Anita. I'm going to wave at her because I love her. Hi, Nikki. Hello, people. Oh, we're waving at Granny.
Hello.
Hi, it's so good to see you all. Yes.
Yay.
I have a special guest with me. Hi, Janice. Janice is with Auntie Niecy. Hello, William. Yay. Thank you for jumping on and being live with us. Hi, Weston. I miss you.
Hi.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, Weston, so seriously, I want to learn how to swing. I want to learn how to do that. I know you do that. I would really love if me and Jerry could learn how to swing dance. I had to clarify that swing dance because I know some of y'all be, that language swing is kind of out there, Yes, I'm so happy that you guys are on and watching. Yes, Auntie Glory, yes, you did. Did you get on? Yes, you are on. We can see that you are watching. Yay. I am also trying to see.
She's on Facebook.
Of course. Of course I am.
Looking on all swag videos or something.
Yeah.
And now she's on something like
Okay, well, we're not going to tell everybody what I'm doing.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, Nikki. Hi, Paula. Paula said, hi, Jamie and Mikala.
Hi.
How y'all doing? We're literally giving people just a couple of more minutes to jump on, and then we're going to jump right into swag group. Yes.
Mikala is grown?
Yeah, she's saying Mikala's grown up. Mikala looks grown up. Yeah, I know. Your auntie niece, or my Aunt Anita says, Mikala, you look beautiful.
Thank you.
So, yeah, we're going to talk about all that. I'm just one more minute. Just one more minute. We're giving people.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We're giving people
7,
one more minute
8,
to jump on.
9, 10, 11, 12.
Are we counting down the minute? We probably don't need to.
I guess so.
We probably don't need to be counting down the minute. We don't have to,
Nisha.
Hi, Nisha.
Hi, Nisha. Thank you, Nisha.
Hi, Nisha. Oh, you like my hair, Auntie? Y'all be looking at it for just a couple more days, because, I'm going to be taking it out. I'm going to be taking it out. Yes, soon, but I'm going to be taking it out and just rocking my hair for a little bit because all of my stores are closed. I can't get my nails did. I can't get my hair. But you know what? I might get my hair in the mail. I might order some hair. Yes. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Carmen. Thank you for jumping on and joining us. Like I said, I was just going to give people one more minute to get on here. Thank you all so much for joining us today for this swag at home. Swag is Strong Women Achieving Greatness. And I have a special guest with me here today, Mikala, my daughter. And it is so important, I think, that we are having conversations with our daughters. If you are here today and you're watching with your daughter or a young lady with you, put a thumbs up. And if you have a question that you would like for us to talk about, something you'd like for us to talk about or address, put a thumbs up in there or type your question in. Let us know what your question might be today. So we're just going to jump right in. Normally we do a what's trending. So I do our swag meet and greet, our swag lives, just like we would do a group. So if you've never been to a swag group before, at school or at another place, this is exactly how I would run group. I would come in, I would say hi to everybody, I would pass out candy. I can't really give y'all candy. But anyway, I would do that, and then we would talk about what's trending. So what's trending? Last week we talked about the appointment of a new judge to a black female, to the Washington State Supreme Court. We were excited about that and talking about that. In the what's trending for today, we're flipping it a little bit because we're going to do a swag shout out. Oh, Yes, a swag shout out. So with this swag, what the swag shout out is it's kind of just a snippet of the in the swag spotlight that we used to do. And it in the swag spotlight featured a woman who was demonstrating or had on display these things that she was a strong woman achieving greatness. Now we're doing swag at home, right, Mikala?
Mm-hmm. Yes, we are.
Y'all, this is gonna be interesting. So with swag at home, one of the things that I emphasize is that a strong woman becoming great, or a strong woman achieving greatness, that happens at home. It first starts at home. So the reason why I am who I am and why I have swag, a lot of that has to do with my own mother. It started with me seeing her model certain things. It started with me seeing her model what success looked like on the platforms of education. She actually has a master's degree. And so seeing all those things, I watched my mother work her way out of one economic status and into another. I remember whenever I was in middle school and I went to school and I stood in the lunch line and it was like, I no longer needed a lunch ticket. The lunch ticket was for free or reduced lunches. I remember when I transitioned out of that, where now I had to ask my mom for money to buy food at school, which before I had always, got the lunch ticket. But my mother, I watched her work hard and be successful in that. And so education is important to me as well. Remember I told y'all, I ain't going to be just sitting around when all this little COVID-19 is going on, because there's going to be some vacancies. Yes. So right now I am pursuing a Bachelor of Science in Behavioral Health Science. So when COVID-19 is over, I'm stepping out with a degree. I'm not going to be, yes, that's what I'm doing. What are you doing? What are you doing right now? Mikala is enjoying looking at herself on the video. But I'm so happy that Mikala is here with me. Yes, she's going to do some talking because I have questions for her.
Well, you are doing most of the talking.
I am right now, but that is because I am the host and you are my guest.
Well, someone said Mikala is a great host.
Well, yeah. Okay. So, Mikala, how old are you?
8.
You're 8 years old. What is one of your favorite things to do?
My favorite thing to do is draw and read.
Draw and read. So, what kind of books do you like to read?
Norton Diaries.
So, would you recommend these books for other kids to read?
Mm-hmm.
So, one of the things that I had asked Mikala to do, because I know she loves to read, was grab a book from your room that you would like to recommend for kids to read. And this is what she brought.
It's a series.
She brought this. She brought four books. 4 books.
I don't have the third version, but since I already read it.
This is what she brought.
It's Dark Diaries.
Dark Diaries. I believe that this is actually a series for middle school age girls. But Mikala, because of her love for reading, she's reading already at that level. So if you have a young lady that's Mikala's age, or maybe middle school age or junior high, they may love reading these books. And yes, she has read them all. Well,
not all of them.
Which one haven't you read?
If you look on the back, I haven't read.
Oh, I'm not the series. I'm not talking about all these on the series. I'm talking about these that I have in my hand. Have you read these?
Mm-hmm. I read them all.
So yeah, there's a series of books. So if you're ever wondering, like, oh my gosh, it's Mikala's birthday. What do I want to get her? What would Mikala like? Or she likes books, which is a good thing, right?
Or you can get me art supplies.
Or art supplies. All right. So this is not going to be just a Q&A for Mikala. This is going to be actually us having a conversation about swag. So, Mikala, when you think about swag, what do you think it means?
So what I think it means is, what swag means is strong women achieving greatness. And for the S is strong. And you have to be a strong woman to achieve greatness to yourself. And then be a role model to others. And let others see what it's like to be a strong woman achieving greatness.
So when you say be a role model, what do you mean by that?
So by being a role model, will help other people do things that they're supposed to be doing. And like in my school, sometimes we walk past second graders.
And you're a third grader. Okay.
Or kindergartners. So our teacher says be a role model to kindergartners for them to help them do things they're supposed to be doing.
So when they are doing things, being a role model to you means people who are doing what they're supposed to be doing, right? And so we see, like, there are women in my life that I see that are doing things that they are supposed to be doing, and they're doing like really amazing things. Who are some women that you would name? Would you say that's swag? Or you would say, yeah, that's a strong woman achieving greatness right there.
The first person I would say is you.
What? Thank you. I did not tell her to say that.
And then another person is Nisha and Auntie Nisi. And Janice.
Janice? All right. That's really good.
Granny.
And Granny. Oh my goodness. Yes. So there you have a lot of women around you that are strong women achieving greatness. Wow, Mikala, that's so awesome. So what do you think that would be like help you to do? Do you think that it's helping you to be around these women at all? Do you think it's helping you? How is it helping you?
It's helping me to do better things and to help my life and and not get the coronavirus or something.
Yes.
And it's to help my life so I can be better at things and accomplish my goals.
What kind of goals you got?
Playing volleyball.
She wants to be a volleyball player, a tennis player. Of course, we support all of that. And you told me the other day that you wanted to be a scientist. Why?
Because when we were doing this word thing, for our names, I said legendary for my L. Okay,
let me explain what she's talking about. So, one of the things that they have is built into their daily schedule is creative time. So during creative time, I try to do one thing with them and then I release them to do something on their own. So they did an acrostic poem. So what that is you take one letter and if your name was Mikala, you take each letter and of that name or of that word and you do an association with each letter. So for M, do you even remember what you said for M?
Mindful.
Mindful, and I was... Do you remember? Micah actually gave you I. Micah said intelligent. He said that of his sister.
Intelligent.
And then K was what?
Kind.
Kind. A was... Do you remember what A was?
Acknowledgement.
Accountable.
Accountable.
And then L, that was the L that she just referred to, which was what?
Legendary.
She said that she wanted to be legendary. And that's why she said, being legendary, I want to be a scientist who does what?
Who makes a vaccine for the coronavirus.
Who makes a vaccine for the coronavirus. Now, I told her, I said, I support all of that. I think that's great, but I don't want to be quarantined until you get through college to get your vaccine. Yeah. But legendary, I have no doubt about this young lady being legendary.
So then my A was acknowledgement.
Yes, A was acknowledgement, and we are really going to talk about what that one is. So for acknowledgement, the reason why Mikala said acknowledgement and why it was so important, her brother actually helped her. Mikala is waving back to some people saying hi to her. In the acknowledgement piece, Micah brought up a video that his dad had shared with him, and in this video, it was old advertisement on how to sell to Negroes. And so in this video, you have this voiceover being done, and it was this man talking about, creating brands because Negroes will buy brand name things because they want status. And so Micah was saying, but when you acknowledge who you are as an individual and acknowledge yourself, then you don't need validation from a brand. So he was talking to his sister about acknowledgement and how important it is for her to acknowledge that as a young Black girl, that she's beautiful, that she has beautiful hair, and that her skin is beautiful. All of these things, for her to acknowledge that her body is beautiful. We've talked about, how important and how precious her body is to her. And, just really reinforcing those things. What's something that you know about your body, like, that makes you proud?
I don't know.
What about your hair? What do you think about your hair?
I like that my hair is long. And
what else about your hair?
I don't know.
How does your hair grow? Does it grow up or down? Yes, we talk about these things. We talk about how even with her hair grows up. Yes, towards the sun, right? Her hair grows up towards the sun. You are reaching for light. You're shining bright. And who you are what you are inside you will attract those things. And so her hair is reaching up towards the sun, right? Because it's attractive to the sun. The sun likes who Mikala is. Yes. And so it pulls her up towards the sun, to itself. So we talk about that. What about your skin? Do you like your skin? What about your skin do you like?
That it's brown.
Oh, you like that your skin is brown? I like your brown skin too.
Well, your skin It's like the tone of brownies or something.
Yes, that's what your dad says.
Dad calls her chocolate.
Yes, he does. But we talk about that. We talk about skin, and we talk about your body. What about your body do you love? Do you love these long legs you got? Yes, Mikala has some long legs. Yes. And we also, when we talk about the body, we also talk about personal space and things that are ours, and how in this space, no one is allowed to be in that space but the doctor or mom or dad, if they need to check and make sure things are okay. But we say a little special song. What's our song, Mikala? It's okay. 1, 2. We say what? Stop. Don't touch me there. This is my no square.
It's
right?
too bad you can't do your behind though.
She said, too bad people can't see the behind, but stop. What do you say?
Stop. Don't touch me there. This is my no square.
Oh, yeah. This is my no square. And what we are talking about are all of those things that fit within that square, right? Yes. Also, what about when you're getting dressed? When you're picking out an outfit to wear, what's one thing that you do? What's something that you've done for a long time? Raise your hands. Remember?
Oh.
Tell them.
Raise your hands. Touch your toes. If anything shows, go change your clothes. So what she said, because I don't know if you can hear very clearly, you have to open your mouth so people can hear you. Raise your hands. Touch your toes. If anything shows, go change your clothes. So that's one of the things that I began to teach Mikala when she was about 4. Maybe even 3. It was about that time, because she wasn't in school. I kept her home from school because I wanted to be one of the greatest influences in her life as a lady, as a woman. So I started to say, and when you're home, sometimes your kids, they'll dress themselves. And that was okay with me, especially if we weren't going anywhere. If we were just going to be at home, we weren't going anywhere, that was okay with me. So I would let her do that. And so in helping her to understand the importance, number 1, of her body, but number 2, that when you are dressing yourself, there are parts of you that you want to cover. And I'm not saying that everybody needs to do this. Y'all need to be like this, blah, blah, blah. No, this is just for us. These are the things that we value in this house. And so I began to say, raise your hands and touch your toes. If anything shows, go change your clothes. And so I began to watch Mikala when she was probably like 4, go in, and it was a summer day. She went into her room to get some clothes on, get dressed to go outside. She put on a tank top and a pair of shorts, and she raised her hands, and when she touched her toes, her tank top went up her back. And so I watched her take that shirt off, throw it on the floor, and grab another shirt. Put that shirt on and raise her hands, touch her toes, so just little things like that. Now she knows. She's not in her room every time she's getting dressed going, raise your hands, touch your toes. Now she just does it. If she feels anything like some air on her back, then she's like, let me put something else on. Mikala, now that you are being homeschooled, what are some of the things that you like about being homeschooled? The things I like about...
Oh my gosh, that face doesn't say that you like anything. What are some things that you like?
I don't really like to be homeschooled because
You
you still have to be school. It's like doing school at home.
That's exactly what it is. It is. It's school at home. So what?
I know it's school at home, but I just want to rest.
She said she just want to rest. Throw some hearts up if you are feeling like Mikala. You just want to rest. Yes, you just want to rest. I get it. But school is important, right?
Yes.
So when you know what's important and you are a strong woman achieving greatness, do you do the things that you're supposed to do? Yes, even if you don't want to, even if you don't like it. Exactly. You still do those things. All right, Mikala. Now I'm going to let you talk about something fun. What's something fun that you like to do?
I like to play Gravity Rush and Grand Blue Fantasy with my dad, but Gravity Rush 2 is not 2-player.
Okay. So she likes video games.
I like video games.
With her dad. I don't. She's saying I should play with her. But if any of you are watching right now with a young lady, or you have some questions about how do we start these conversations at home? How do we start saying, stop, don't touch me there, this is my no square? Or if you have a question about how do I help my daughter feel confident in her skin or with her hair? Throw those questions up there and we are going to try to get to them and answer your questions.
Yep, we will.
Oh, Jesus. Yes, we'll try to answer your questions because I know this is something that young girls struggle with, especially like in that middle school age. Around that age, they really begin to struggle. So it was important for me to get a handle on it in as early as I could, like as early as I could, because in all honesty, I never felt like I was a pretty girl when I was a little girl. And some of y'all that knew me probably was like, well, I never felt like you was pretty. Well, here's the thing. Like, we're all beautiful. We know that. But I didn't feel like, oh my God, you're just so pretty. You're just so, I didn't have a love for my hair. I didn't have a love for my body. Believe it or not, I used to be like super skinny. I don't know what happened, but I used to be super skinny. And I didn't like it because I had no curves. I was like bony, and then I go to school and I got these girls walking around me, whatever. But the one thing I did have were I had a chest, I had some boobs. I did have that, and thank you, Perkins family. I had that. And I had some, but once I began to come into womanhood, I had, my thighs started to fill out a little bit, and I was like, hey, thank you, Perkins family, for that gift. I think Jerry is saying thank you, Perkins family. But, I didn't like my body and I didn't like my skin. I thought I was too dark. I was told that I was too dark. I didn't like my hair. There were a lot of things about me that I liked. So for me, having the ability to play music and having that talent, man, I was so thankful for that talent that I had, because it helped me to have confidence in one thing about myself. I was confident in just, I latched on to that. And I became very, 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 very good at that because it was the one thing that I was confident about. I want to go back up here. Oh, I don't want to be to this question that we had. Vernice Perkins Howard. Yay!
Hello, Auntie.
She said, you want to read the question? She said, how do I get my daughter to embrace who she is? Body and hair acceptance. Body and hair acceptance. Well, I can start answering that for you by saying this. Children will most likely the first influence or model of what that is going to be their mother or another woman in their life very early on. So if your daughter, and I'm going to speak generally here because I think that Nisi asked the question of a million women. So if your daughter is struggling with, I don't like my hair, I don't like the way I look, I don't like, what has she seen you do? Have you modeled that before her? Has she heard you say things like, man, I wish I wasn't this, or I don't like my body, or I don't like my hair, I don't like this or that about myself? Has she heard you say that about yourself? Or has she seen you model good things, like to say, maybe your body is not snatched and whatever, like you feel like it should be or you want it to be. But does she see you exercising? And does she see you praising yourself when you're doing those things? Like, man, I worked out today. Oh my gosh. Oh, I feel so good. When I work out, I make it a point to say, oh my gosh, I feel so good. I feel so good. Or I feel, a certain way. Michaela's waving at all these people jumping on now. So starting there, when your daughter, when your young girls are saying that, making those statements, then you have to almost ask yourself, where did that happen? Like, where did that turn happen? Was it something that I wasn't modeling in front of them? And the other thing is never compare, especially if they have siblings. Mikala has a brother, so it's easier for us to make those distinctions between her, what she's doing and her beauty and all this stuff, and him and what he's doing. So if you had 2 daughters or 3 daughters or whatever, don't compare them. Don't compare them, because there is no comparison. They are not the same people. Your daughter is who she is. Her so don't compare siblings. That's really important, because if they hear you saying your sister's not like that, if they hear you saying that, then what you've done is you've shifted their level of expectation for themselves to be like their sister instead of being the best version of themselves. They need to be the best version of them and not the best of their sister, because that's her job. So that right there, and especially like for me and with Mikala, I have been very, very intentional in reinforcing those things, because it just so happens that we live in an area where there are not a lot of people that look like us. Mikala, how many brown skin or black girls were in your class? Y'all hear that? Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. So when you consider who? Kyla and Pamela. 2.
Kyla, Pamela, and Savannah.
Okay. Kyla, Pamela, Savannah. So, Kyla, Pamela, and Savannah are Mikala's friends at school. And they are brown-skinned girls. Yes. Now, that's 3 in her class. I think that's the most she's had in her classes. Now, she's in 3rd grade. So you're seeing this. Go ahead.
I never really had a black teacher. I never had one really, but in 1st grade I did have a black teacher, but then she went away to another school. So now I only had Miss Hanson, and she's a white teacher.
And Miss Hanson was a phenomenal teacher. But what Mikala is saying is there were not women in the spaces where she was at, especially like at this particular school in education. The lady she's referring to was actually there doing her student teaching. And that's why when she said she went away, that's why she went away. Is because she was only doing student teaching. To say like, and I'm reading a little bit of what you're saying, Nisi, that comparison, it does happen at that middle school level where girls are starting to be more exposed to young ladies that look like them. That is a very, very natural thing. It is very natural to do that. We still do that. We do that all the time. Comparing, whether you like something or not, or whether you're going to do something or not. However, when it comes down to being able to say this is the best for me, that's an internal thing. They don't have anything to do with people outside. So her idea of what is best for her, that did not come from the girls at school. So seeing what beauty was at school, what's beautiful, I see beautiful white women. I see beautiful Asian women. I see beautiful Indian women, Marshallese women. I see all kinds of beautiful women. But just because I'm looking at them and seeing their beauty doesn't mean that my beauty diminishes. I'm still beautiful too. And that's one of the things that we have to begin to say to our girls. Just because you see somebody else is beautiful doesn't mean that your beauty diminishes. Because what happens is they begin to tear down other young girls. And that's one of the things that when I go into the school, I focus on that. That's not who we are. We are strong women achieving greatness together. So for your daughter to admire the beauty of these other girls is fine. That is perfectly fine. But for her to internally say, but I'm beautiful too. I'm beautiful. And to know that there are girls that are looking at her saying, oh my God, she's so beautiful. I don't know if anybody else has something else they want to add to that. That would be so great. If you want to jump in with your comment around that. Mikala, what do you think when you see other beautiful girls?
Well, when other girls see me, well, you said some girls want to be like someone else or like me, so they get like plastic surgeries and stuff.
Yes, they do. Yeah. And what Mikala's talking about is we know that we have this kind of culture of at first all things black were ugly. But now we're seeing this kind of flip where, everybody wants these big lips. Everybody wants this big butt that they used to talk about. Everybody wants, they want those things, And so now we're seeing this flip. I want to to go up here to this question. I know that someone else they were saying something, or there was a comment. I missed it. I wanted to go back to it. It had something to do with, okay, one young lady said, I have a lot of insecurities. How can I accept myself and appreciate who I am? Mikala, do you want to answer that?
Yes, you've been answering all the questions.
Okay, well, I'm going to let you answer it. Uh-oh. Go ahead.
Okay. What is an insecurity again?
Okay, she says, I have a lot of insecurities. It means that she is not secure, or she is not, she doesn't feel good or right about
yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So what I would say is that if I had an insecurity, I would still love myself.
You would.
And how to accept your body when you have an insecurity is that you can try to do things to like help your insecurity stop or something.
Like what?
Like working out or stuff.
Working out or eating better, or if you have that kind of an insecurity about your body. What about the part where she says, and appreciate who I am? What about that?
You can appreciate who you are by just appreciating yourself. And then when you appreciate yourself, you can appreciate others and not judge them by their looks to your looks.
Right. So having all of these insecurities, I think it would be safe to say that we all have insecurities. Throw a thumbs up if you've got insecurities. Because the person that's saying this in the room needs to know that she's not the only one that has insecurities. We all have insecurities. Things that we are not just locked in, confident about when it comes to ourselves. But that's the fun of being human. That's what makes it so great, is we get to experience all these things. We get to go through all these journeys, the ups and the downs. And these insecurities actually come and help shape us into something better. Because if the things that we are not insecure about, we don't work on them. We don't bother with it. Because let me tell you, when I wear a certain lip color, when I put on a certain kind of lip, I have a favorite one that I wear. Can't nobody tell me nothing. I be like, can't nobody tell me. I ain't gonna sing it all because I ain't about to pay Lil Nas nothing. But can't nobody tell me nothing when I put that lips. Yes, and I walk like, please, somebody say something. I am not. I embrace that about me. I embrace these lips. Yes. But then when there are certain things like that I'll have an insecurity about, like, if I put a certain type of material on, if I wear that, I am very aware. I'm aware. So I would challenge you to interchange the word insecurity with awareness. So if you are aware of it, then you can begin to make some adjustments. If you're not aware of it, you be like, dang, I didn't even know. I've walked around with thinking I was just, popping and, oh yes, my little fit was right and everything. And then my sister walked up behind me and tucked the tag back down into my shirt. I'm like, what the what? I've been walking around here like, and then my tag was all out, but I wasn't aware of it. See, You see the difference? So you can have let's kind of interchange some word. Language is important. Interchange that word insecurities with awareness. So let's have some awareness about some things, but let that awareness move you into a place of action. And when you begin to act on things, when you begin to make those changes that you want to see, you will appreciate who you are for sure. And you will appreciate your hard work. There's a little 16-second video that I made, and it's like one of my most watched videos, and all it is me saying, don't forget to thank yourself for showing up. So when you are aware and you begin to make those changes, don't forget to thank yourself, girl. Put that work in. Yes. So then you can accept yourself and you can appreciate who you are, because then you will be a strong woman achieving greatness. Yes. Let me see. Let me go. Let's see. I know we got some more questions. I know my finger's in the way, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't know how to do it. Yay, over here. Okay. Y'all help me. Production is working out. He downstairs working out, so I'm production today. Yeah. Anybody else have any questions or anything that they want to
please
say?
Send questions.
Mikala said please send questions because she wants to answer your questions.
You've been
today.
answering a million questions and been talking for the whole hour.
Oh my God, yes, Mikala. Because I'm the host and you're my guest.
I want to be the host too.
One day you can have your own swag, whatever.
Janice did.
Janice sent a question. Janice did what?
Huh?
Do you have a question? I'm glad to see some of y'all just joining us. Yes, we're still going. I know, like with one of the big things that I was afraid of with having a girl was the possibility of her, of someone abusing her in any way or mistreating her in any way. That was scary for me to think about that. And so one of the things, and I know I'm going to say some stuff in regards to body. So if you have little ears in the room that you maybe haven't had conversations with, you might want to be like, hey, y'all step out for a minute. But I'm going to say some things in regards to body. Whenever you have babies, whenever you have children, you will be like, show me your nose, they'll point you, show me your fingers, show me your ears, and they'll point to these little things. And then for my kids, I would be like, where's your vagina? Yes. Or for my son, I was like, look at Mikala. She's like, or for my son, I was like, where's your penis? I would say those things. Why? Because if anybody ever engaged in inappropriate behavior with them, I didn't want them to be sitting in there saying, oh, they touched my wee-wee. Okay? No, we're not doing that. I wanted them to have the correct language because, when I say to Mikala, hold my hand. You see what she gave me? She gave me her hand, right? I was expecting her to give me her hand. So when we're teaching our kids, this is your nose, these are your ears, these are your lips, okay? This is your vagina, this is your penis, this is your butt. They need to know those like correct names and correct terms for those things so that if they are ever in a situation where they may have encountered someone that touched them in a specific way or a place, then they know, stop, don't touch me there. This is my no square. Before they can even say that, your son or your daughter needs to be able to look at you and say, they touched my penis. Or, they touched my vagina. And you're not sitting there trying to guess. One thing I feel like that's a disservice that we do to our kids sometimes is we'll say, use your words. Use your words. Come on and use your words. Tell me. Okay, well, the word you gave them was wee-wee or pee-pee. That's what you told them. When they go to the doctor and they can say vagina or penis or whatever. I'm sorry, y'all. I've said vagina like 8 times. But anyway, when they can say those things, then I'm going to tell you, adults will sit up and listen because there's an awareness that is in that child. And not only that, then they're able to communicate effectively. All right, Mikala, you want to answer some questions?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. Carmen said, this is such an important message. No more 1 in 3. Mm-hmm. It is an important message.
Lol.
Granny's laughing. Yeah, I know, Granny. But also today, before we get out of here, because we've done a lot of
work.
Yeah, you'll have to do schoolwork. You'll have to finish up your day.
I
But
want to do schoolwork.
oh, Niecy said Janice commented earlier. I didn't see her comment.
Was it Janice did?
She said Janice commented earlier. It said Janice did.
Go back down.
Barbara said, I've always worried that my daughter Justice would have a hard time accepting who she is, but I'm so thankful she loves and embraces who she is. My question to you, Barbara, is why did you think that your daughter would have a hard time accepting who she is? I know the answer to that. Oftentimes we feel like that our daughters were going to be like, oh, she's going to have a hard time because we had a hard time. But that's your daughter, not you. This is Janice. I think it began when I started getting bullied and made me feel like I didn't fit in, like I wasn't good enough for them. So I wanted to change the way I looked just for a few people. Okay. So when you think about getting bullied, and this is Janice. She's in middle school, and she's talking about being bullied by her peers. When we think about people that we want to like us, more than anything, we want people who are our peers to like us, right, Mikala? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to ask you really quick. What do you think about what Janice said? She said she thinks it started when she was being bullied, and people made her feel like she didn't fit in, like I wasn't good enough for them. What do you think about that?
I don't know.
You don't know? So she said she wanted to change the way she looked just for a few people.
I don't know how to answer that.
Okay. Well, I'll say this in regards to that. Thank you, number one, Janice, for your transparency and getting on here and saying something that a lot of girls your age feel the same about. So the being bullied and all of that stuff, we probably all experience that on some level. But the thing about it is, when we are in situations like that, our focus becomes very narrow, and the opinions of only a few begin to matter. What we need to do is we need to shift our focus, and we need to focus on the opinion of those who matter to us. So who matters to you? Think about the people that really matter to you. Your mom matters, your sister matters. These are the people that matter. These girls that you go to school with, they may matter right now, but let me tell you something. I went to school with some girls, and and who they were in school is not who they are now. They don't look the same. None of that. But when you're trying to fit in, what you're doing is you're trying to fit into their idea of you. Their idea of you. But what is your idea of you? Fit into that. Fit into your idea of you. And you will fit perfectly. You will fit perfectly into your idea of you. No one is better at being you. We have a quote wall in our house. And what does the quote say, Mikala? Today you are you.
Today you are you, that is truer than true.
She's trying to see it from here. It's Dr. Seuss. Today you are you. That is truer than true. There is no one alive who is more youer than you. No one can do you better than you. No one can be you better than you. So, changing the way you look just for a few people, you won't have to live with them for the rest of your life. But who will you have to live with for the rest of your life? You. If you're going to change for you. We're going to wrap this up really quickly. Mikala, is there anything else that you would like to say to everyone today?
I really liked your comments, and they were pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
And that you guys were respectful and like saying things, like kind of encouraging things. And
thank you for being respectful and encouraging.
And I don't know what else.
But I want to thank my host, Mikala, or my guest host, Mikala, for being here today. You're so pretty. One thing that I have to do before we wrap this up, which we are wrapping it up, is to do the swag shout out. Because we used to do in the swag spotlight on our Facebook page, but our swag shout out today is no other. We're shouting out Mrs. Joella Moore. Let's give her a hand. Yay! We are shouting out Mrs. Joella Moore. She is my aunt, the oldest daughter, and she is a woman that is committed and dedicated to being great. That is who she is. I told you that swag begins at home. Well, these are my roots. This is an extension of swag right here. This is why I am who I am today, because there is a Joella Moore in the Perkins family. So what I was able to do is to create a little survey question, and if my aunt was able to be here with me, I would do a really quick lightning round of those questions. But since she's not here, I'm just going to read them off to you really quick. The question and her response. Question 1 was, what have you learned about yourself in the past 30 days? And her response is that I have an attitude and I want to strike out at my husband. I'm sure that stemmed from our past. Question 2, what movie or TV show would you watch over and over? She said Wolfman. Question 3, are you a morning person or a night owl? You want to read her response?
I am both. I stay up late but get up early.
She's both. And question 4, at whose table would you like to be a dinner guest? She said,
at my mother's table, Jewel.
I'm sure that all of your sisters feel like that. And then question 5 was, one what's one thing that makes you proud of yourself? And she said this. Mikala's not reading for me anymore. That I have an open communication with the Father, and I am learning every day. We're all learning every day. So that's our swag shout out. I want to thank you all for being with us today. I love you all so much. Don't forget to have swag, and that swag starts at home. You want to say goodbye, Mikala?
Bye.